last relay we go. Gotta have a lot of stuff to do here, apparently, in the Omega Nebula, and I've explored 10% of it for some reason? Somehow? I mean, I guess I did start there, but I didn't remember exploring anything. Maybe I should explore these planets before I go, though. I need to try to split up my planet scanning, exploring thing, so that way I'm not stuck doing...
Palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
So that I'm not stuck doing all of this like at the end, or like doing like an entire episode of planet scanning, which, you know, I'm obviously just gonna skip through, but nevertheless. Now, to be completely honest with you, I don't entirely hate the system of planet scanning. I know a lot of people did. I don't, partly because sometimes like some of the Mako missions felt really pointless overall. Like, I don't know, it just felt like there really wasn't much on the planet and they were just there to take up time. And so is this, for that matter, but it ultimately, like, it's, to some extent, I guess, to me, less time taken up. Even though in the grand scheme of things, I think the system overall takes longer because, if I recall correctly, you can basically scan any planet you come across, which means that you do a lot more scanning. It's not like you land on one planet and that's out of each system, if that, right? Because you couldn't even land on at least one in every system back in Mass Effect 1. So ultimately this takes longer, but at the same time it's also more of a choice. Like, eventually there comes a point where I don't really need any more materials, because I've pretty much researched everything I need to research and stuff, and then to get 100%, oh, I'm out of probes, so never mind. To get 100% of exploration, all I need to do is actually like stop by the planet and look at it. I don't even need to do anything else. I have no fuel. How many probes did I have to start? Like 10? I mean, I probably did have 10 actually, didn't I? I don't think I had 30 because I'm pretty sure I didn't shoot 30 probes. So yeah, I don't know. It's not the worst system. It's not the best either. Don't get me wrong.
Launching probe.
I think there's some sort of in between that could have done better. I think that you could have used maybe a combination of both systems so that it wasn't like you were doing useless driving around in the Mako that just got really annoying after a while, and you used something like this for exactly what it is, which is getting materials primarily. And I mean, from time to time you do run into planets. That's the other thing too, right? So you still have the planets where you're gonna land, but the missions are much, much shorter in turn, because you basically are scanning the planet and
launching probe.
You find something and you land and you go directly to that point. You know, there's no, they don't drop you off in a Mako to go drive around and stuff like that. Ooh, nice.
Launching probe.
And I mean, I suppose to some extent, at least the materials I'm looking for here have some amount of a point. They do something for me, as opposed to in Mass Effect 1, where it's like I'm gathering all sorts of heavy metals and all this stuff. And other than being a quest that's going to give me experience and eventually money, and the money will be pointless if you're playing a New Game Plus, I get something out of this. Oh. Wait, where was that spike? Come on, it's somewhere here. Alright, give up. Apparently I lost that spike of platinum. Oh, there it goes.
Launching probe.
So, since I am so fond of sniper rifles, it's clear that what I want to get is platinum. And I think I did buy sniper rifle upgrade. Which I had almost forgotten that, like, I buy it, right? But that doesn't mean I automatically get it. Then it still has to be researched, which I believe cannot be researched until I get Morden on the ship. I really did deplete this planet, didn't I? Alright, that covers this system, so let's go to Omega. That was a minor detour of planet scanning. I promise that you probably won't be seeing that much overall in the videos, unless I find something particularly interesting. This place looks dangerous to attempt to land. It's like, I mean, I realize it's an asteroid belt, I guess, but... And landing here makes the Normandy look really tiny. I guess so does the Citadel, but it's an expectation I have of landing on the Citadel. It's not necessarily an expectation I have. It's like, oh, this thing built out of an asteroid, and it's somehow... We're gonna take... Asumi... I guess Miranda? I don't really like Jacob. I mean, I don't really like Miranda either, but I guess I like Jacob less? Master Thief. Shadow Strike is good, but I think improving her power recharge time for it would be better. Okay. Sure, we'll keep stuff like that. Sure. We'll go with that.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to...
Look questionable, dude.
Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Oh, of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
I don't know if it
Blasted
feels...
scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Arya wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
But I have stuff to do, and you are kind of annoying me, so... I don't know. Relax, I want to keep Arya on my good side.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Arya for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
I already said I'd go. Maybe I should have just said when I'm ready.
Quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Morden Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Okay. And there's... Oh. That... Okay.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Well, hopefully you'll survive to spend them.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No, apparently he, forgot to tell me that.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya, and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Alright.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Well, there's Aid. Let's keep going. We'll go talk to Arya. Anything? Talk to Miranda. Where? There it is.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Okay. Where's Kasumi? There she is. Omega has nothing to say about Kasumi?
Come on, let me in.
Other way around.
Ari's expecting me.
And there's that guy. You were expecting you'd be inside. I like that. And who are you? I don't remember you.
What are you looking at?
A dead man. Ah, damn it. I'm gonna try this. I just saved.
The man whose day I'm about to ruin.
I'm not looking for trouble.
Maybe I am. Maybe you better get out of here before I find you some.
All right. I've got stuff to do anyway. Come on, let's get out of here.
I feel like Omega is the place where, like, most of the time it sort of pays off to be a renegade. It's kind of funny. For the most part, you don't do anything terrible. But it's sort of like, in my mind, the way people would act on Omega. So even if it isn't, like, my true Shepherd's personality, like, it's probably closer to what I would do, you know, sort of like adapt to the environment around you.
Give me another drink, love.
There's the recruiter. And there's Arya.
That's close enough.
No, you wouldn't get the shots off before I killed you. Come on.
Stand still.
Like hell. I don't know what that does. Like, I'm kind of curious. Damn it. I kind of want to... I just saved. Why not?
Try it and you'll be scanning the inside of your colon. I'd almost pay to see that, but it's not an option. You want to talk, you get scanned.
What's it for? I'll ask.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job. Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face. I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Of what, though? You still didn't tell me.
Depends on the questions. You run Omega? I am Omega. But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Arya.
Simple enough. I have some other rules.
Sounds like neither of us likes being jerked around.
And on your ship, that would matter. Here, we entertain my preferences. So, what can I do for you?
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
So you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer? Mind your own damn business.
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
No.
Why is everyone after him?
He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
Just the kind of guy I'm looking for.
Really? Well, aren't you interesting? You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
I don't make it a habit of making friends with mercenaries anyway.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
That could be our way in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Alright.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate. But I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
I'm looking for Morden Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Morden. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
Thanks for the information.
Yes. Just try not to bring the plague back with you.
I don't think that's possible, but sure. So, as always, because my sense of urgency happens to take over, I think we should go do Archangel's quest first, because that's the only thing that makes sense, right? I mean, he's getting cornered by mercs.
I hear you're recruiting.
Why don't you step inside? You'll get paid when the job's done, just like everyone else. Who's next? Well, aren't you sweet? You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way.
Show me yours, tough guy. I bet mine's bigger.
Impressive. So, you're here to fight them?
Sure, if this is the place to go after Archangel.
This is the place. Standard fee is 500 credits each. You get paid when the job's done. If you die, your friends don't collect your share. You'll need your own weapons and armor. Looks like you got that covered. And no, this does not make you a member of the Blue Suns, Eclipse, or the Blood Pack. You are a freelancer, period. Any questions?
Yes, why?
Seems like a lot of trouble for just one guy.
You had a whole team, but we've dealt with them. Now he's just one guy. But he's got the advantage. It's his base of operations and he knows we're coming. He's planned for an attack like this. We've lost a lot of men trying to get to him already.
It's gonna be tough to get to him.
Like chasing a Vorch out of the sewer pipes. But that's why we're recruiting. If we just keep throwing fighters at him, we'll get him eventually.
Why are the mercs working together to take down Archangel?
You haven't been on Omega long, huh? He
No.
does everything he can to screw with us. Shipments go missing. Operations are compromised. Every month it gets worse. Tarek and the other bosses are tired of losing credits. And men.
Is he a heavy hitter? How many merc bosses are involved in this attack?
Yeah, Tarek runs the Blue Suns, but all three bosses are overseeing the operation. Jared's leading the Eclipse and Garm's the head of the Blood Pack. Tarek's in charge, but the others would never say that. I'm surprised they're in on this at all, but I guess getting rid of Archangel is worth it.
What do we do once we're there? How do we get to Archangel?
The mercs will tell you when you get there. Last I heard, they were putting the freelancers into scouting groups. They attack in waves to distract Archangel while we try to get past his defenses.
So we're just fodder for his bullets?
If you don't like it, don't sign up. But if you do your job right, it's easy credits. Besides,
I don't see how
what
that
are the
works.
odds he can kill all of you?
Where's the attack taking place?
Archangel's base of operations. He's been hiding right under our noses. I can't tell you exactly where you're going, but we'll get you there.
Why wouldn't you want to tell me? Wouldn't it be better for more people to know at this point?
Where do we go?
Just head over to the transport depot outside the club. One of our boys will take you from there. Send in the next one.
Hey, is this where I sign up?
You look a little young to be freelancing as a merc.
I'm old enough. I grew up on Omega. I know how to use a gun.
You'll need to know more than that if you want to survive.
I can handle myself. Besides, I just spent 50 credits on this pistol and I want to use it.
Get your money back.
Hey, what are you...
Trust me, kid. You'll thank me later.
Since I plan on killing you guys. Oh, he looks like so sad and dejected. Like, I feel bad, but I don't feel bad at the same time because it's ultimately better for him that I just did that. Otherwise, you know, he'd be there and I'd probably end up having to shoot him, and then I really would feel bad if I had to do that. Alright, let's see.
Come on, let me in.
He's not expecting you, dude. Yeah, I don't have anything, but I'm pretty sure it's this way. This is the guy I need to talk to.
I'm on the mission.
I hope you're ready. Archangel's been annihilating you freelancers.
Nah, do I look like I'm gonna get annihilated?
Ready
really?
when you are.
Get in.
I'm sure I don't look like the rest of the mercs you've brought in so far. Or freelancers, rather. Alright, who am I bringing in? I feel like... You know what, I remember there's something with Zaid. I always feel like I should bring a regular character even though I don't really like them. And I could bring Kasumi and them, but I don't know how much commentary they have, if at all. Although at least then they'd be my choice rather than bringing Miranda and them. Veteran. Weapon damage and health. Sure. I think I have the weapons I want. We'll go with what everybody has right now.
It's about time they sent me someone who looks like they can actually fight. They tell you what we're up against?
Somewhat.
Just tell us where to go.
Archangel's holed up in a building at the end of the boulevard over there. He's got superior position, and the only way in is over a very exposed bridge. It's a killing ground, but he's getting tired, making mistakes. We'll have him soon enough.
I'll get to him. Just point me at that bridge.
I like your attitude, but we've got a plan in place. You'll be on a distraction team. Head straight over the bridge and keep Archangel busy so the infiltration team can sneak in behind him.
That's goddamn suicide.
Pretty much, but you look like you can handle it. Head up to the boulevard and get to the 3rd barricade. Talk to Sergeant Katka. He'll tell you when to go in.
So the bridge is the only way to his hideout?
Exactly. Archangel collapsed all the underground passageways and sealed the doors to the lower levels. We've got teams digging, but it's taking too long. If they can get the gunship flying again, that'll help. But I'm hoping the infiltration team will finish the job and we can all go home.
They were using a gunship to take out one guy?
Yeah, and Archangel shut it down. He didn't destroy it, but he knew just where to hit it to disable it. It wasn't even a fair fight. At least not for us.
It's exactly the guy I need.
Where's the infiltration team now?
On the far side of the bridge near his hideout, but they can't get any closer without being seen.
How'd they get that close without being seen?
More distractions. Tarek used a gunship to keep Archangel busy. We were able to sneak a few men into his hideout before he took it down, but they're stuck there. We need to keep Archangel focused on the bridge, so he doesn't find them and wipe them out.
What do you know about Archangel?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. I just do logistics. Tarek and the other merc bosses have been dealing with him for a while now. But don't be surprised if they're not thrilled about talking to a freelancer.
I better go find Sergeant Katka.
Good idea. Watch yourself on the boulevard. Archangel's killed dozens out there already.
Getting in will be easy. Getting out should be fun.
Let's find him first. Then we'll figure out how to get back.
Yeah, nobody actually really goes into how I'm gonna get out of here after the fact. Nothing here. I'm sure there's gotta be stuff to pick up. I gotta make sure. I know there is a few things to look at and pick up and a few things to do before you start
Shepard,
this.
I've scanned the area, but I am unable to plot any other paths to Archangel.
Guess we're going with the mercs.
The heavy mechs and gunship possess considerable firepower. Weakening them before leaving will improve your chances.
Now this looks all the way out that way. So I guess that's ultimately where I'm going.
Taking heavy fire!
Ow! What did I just get shot by? Why am I getting shot? I haven't even done anything.
As the first wave goes in, the infiltration team will attempt to take Archangel by surprise. I don't expect much from the freelancers. When they fail, we're up next. The light mechs go in first. If that's not enough, we send in the heavy. Be prepared.
Tarek, I've spoken to Garmin. He and his men are on board. Assuming this operation is successful, we can count on high morale and extensive buy-in from the men. From the losses we've already taken, possibility exists that we won't have the men needed to continue on to the next objective. It's clear, though, that none of our organizations would be ready to move on Aria without the assistance of the other two. Well, that sounds... so much for Omega's one rule.
Do you need something?
Actually, no.
You lead the Eclipse?
You figure that out by yourself? I'm Jareth. I run Omega's Eclipse. What do you need, freelancer?
Why are Eclipse on Omega in the first place?
Since you care so much, Eclipse controls almost 20% of Omega. Our transports and mechs keep the EZO moving.
Sounds very organized.
Eclipse runs like a well-oiled machine, but Omega is anything but organized. It's a constant battle for control. Then Archangel comes along and complicates things even more.
Why does Archangel give you so much trouble?
Ask him. I'm just here to make as much money as I can. We didn't come to Omega to be constrained by laws and regulations. He'll regret ever coming to Omega, I promise you.
I'm just noticing this, but they have actual notebooks and paper on the table instead of data pads, which is, I find strange.
Seems like this is personal for you.
He raided one of my transports last month, killed 2 of my best operatives. One of them was my brother, so yes, it's pretty damn personal.
What do you know about Archangel?
His life expectancy is shortening quickly.
Is that it? Nobody seems to know anything about him.
Look around, you'll learn what you need to know. He's smart, he's resourceful, and he's dangerous. But we've got him cornered. He won't be making fools of us much longer. Can I assist you further?
Where did he come from? Who is he?
Even his team didn't know that. Maybe we'll know more once we have his body. Of course, it really won't matter then.
Do I care? I already know the plan of attack. We're gonna skip that.
I'll get going.
Good idea.
This way? Where am I now? This way? Aha! Yes, this is what I need. Find matching... Haven't I already done like 3 of this? Why are you telling me this now? I can't get to that one without failing, so... Ezo. I'm gonna... This is what I want. Bypass friend or foe ID. I gotta make sure not to fail this hack. Okay. Okay, that was an easy one, actually.
That should slow them down.
Nice. Anyone who activates that thing will get blown the hell up. Friend or foe.